Hello everybody, my name is FroggyG422 and I'm coming at you with some Fossil Cup. I would be playing UL, I would be playing Ultra League, but I have like 3 Pokemon built for that league. They do not work together. Tough, but we have the Fossil Cup instead. I probably have another video or two to make out of this stream of Fossil Cup. After that, do look forward to a black and white Nuzlocke video. I will start streaming that until OGL or another cup comes back. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. Mantine into Ferrothorn. With this team, I swapped it around using 2 different closers and safe swaps, that being Fortress and Golisopod. Mantine and Lucario stay the same, but what I figured was a lot of people were weak to Lucario, and that was absolutely right. I just safe swapped to Lucario, and he has absolutely no switching for it. I can no shield the Power Whip. It does not do a lot of damage, and I can go for the full farm down. In comes a Fortress. We're going to full send the Shadow Ball. If I hit a Shadow Ball, I can go straight Thunder Punches, and it will win me the match. But he shields the first Shadow Ball. Sucks for you, trainer. I can make another Shadow Ball. Who cares? He's going to shield it anyway. In comes the Thunder Punch. In comes the shield. I'm going to swap to my own Shiny Fortress. If you are a fan of the stream, you know this is a rank 6 Shiny Fortress that was just chilling in my box. I get a lot of fortresses. I throw Sand Tomb here. This is not optimal. I should be throwing the Rock Tomb, but I just wanted to see how much Bug Bites would do with a defense debuff. But if you know me, I get a lot of Shiny Pine Echoes. A lot of them. So, for a rank 6 to come out of it, that's the best I could ask for. In comes another Rock Tomb. I will outpace because he is on Volt Switch. Actually, do I outpace? It doesn't matter. He's going to swap out into a Cradily. I might as well debuff his attack to go for the Icy Wind, or the Ice Beam. As you see, Sand Tomb, not a really good move, but you're just never making it to an Earthquake on a Bug Bite Fortress. I have 2 shields to hide behind this match. It was a really easy match. I mean, I am in rank 18 right now, so I do not have an ELO reveal, and ELO reveal is not coming for a while, guys, because I am going to focus on Nuzlocke for now. Do want to play some of the original games. Ice Beam is coming through. This is just a 1 match. He can throw a Rock Tomb. I'm pretty sure I can live it, but I still have another shield to hide behind. In comes the Rock Tomb. He double plays with the Fortress. In comes another Rock Tomb. I live it. And now I'm just going to farm up to a half of another move. I did that because this is Volt Switch Fortress. I do not get the KO, but in comes my own Fortress to get the Bug Bite down. And Cradily is going to get Bug Bited down for the win. Let's get into the next match. Alright, into the next match. Mantine into Caesar. This is not a really good lead for us to switch into. I really only have the Lucario as an answer, but this is a Fury Cutter Caesar, and we're looking good. In comes Force Palm. He threw on suboptimal timing, so I do get a little bit of extra energy. In comes the Night Slash. I'm pretty sure he makes it to another one, so I gotta think, do I throw a move, or do I go for the full farm down? I go for the full farm down. It is successful, so what's in the back that he couldn't just switch into in this Lucario? In comes a Stunfisk. It is just Mudshot, so I'm living it, and I see why he couldn't swap this in. Same shield scenario, I can easily win this. In comes the Shadow Ball. I'm farming up to another Shadow Ball. It gets He makes it to a move before I do. I know this is the Rock Slide, but I think Lucario just has too much play to let go. I'll go for the full farm down. In comes a Ferrothorn. I throw on bad timing, but he did switch in a weird time, so he would always get the sneak through no matter when I threw. In comes the Shadow Ball. I'll switch in Fortress. He throws a move. As long as I can keep this Ferrothorn just no energy, I do have the win. In comes Power Whip. It does nothing. And he realizes there's just no win con anymore. And that'll be a GG's. Let's get into the last match using Fortress before we switch over to Golisopod. Mantine into Kingdra. I'm going to farm up to an Ice Beam here, throw the Aerial Ace. He doesn't make it into an Octazooka in time. But I know he's going for the Outrage. He's farming up so much, and if he's doing that, that is a Kingdra player going for an Outrage. Aerial Ace will be reached. It will be no-shielded as well. He does live the Ice Beam. So, Aerial Ace, a better move to go for. Outrage coming through, though. And I know I can go for a little bit extra energy and throw the move. He threw the Outrage, so he's pretty energy dry. The best he could throw is an Octazooka. I'm going to throw it right here. Make sure he doesn't make it to another move. But in comes a Togedemaru. I have to let this fully farm me down, not before he makes it to a move. And honestly, that's the best I could have asked for, was him throwing a move into this Mantine. Now I can come in Lucario and just absolutely destroy this Togedemaru's health. He throws on poor timing. This should just be the Wild Charge. Yes, it is. It is the Wild Charge. In comes a Macargo, and this is a match I lose. Fortress not able to do absolutely anything against this Macargo. He kept his shields, which was the win con. Rock Tomb coming through. The next Incinerate will KO. I don't even make it to a Sand Tomb. It doesn't matter. I needed the Bug Bites to add up where a Force Pump KOs. He still makes it to a move, and that's just GG's. Let's get into the next match, this time with Golisopod. Alright, into the next match. As you see, Golisopod is now on our team. Mantine into Lucario. I'll stick this out. A lot of Lucarios are not running Thunder Punch, and that is not a trainer running Thunder Punch. I'm going to try to catch a Hydro Cannon on Golisopod. It is unsuccessful, but is this trainer running Crunch? Feraligatr moveset running Crunch in this Fossil Cup is better, but in comes a Hydro Cannon. He didn't TM off his Feraligatr. We throw on CMP. I have to use a shield, but luckily living a move. Now we're same energy. Yes, I always lose the CMP, but that puts me in a really good situation to go for a farm down, potentially on another one of my Pokemon like Mantine. In comes the X-Scissor. It gets no-shielded. He just wanted the energy advantage. I make it to an Aqua Jet just in time. Not before he farms me down. Do I go for the double play? I go for the double play. In comes the Aerial Ace. He is at 5 right now. 5 Force Palms. Could be a Shadow Ball. I do live it though. Aerial Ace gets no-shielded. This is the best I could have asked for. I get that much energy, or that much health advantage on my Lucario than his Lucario. In comes a Thunder Punch. It one-shots. In comes my Lucario. And I get the 2 Force Palm KO. He's not going to reveal his third because he's just core broken. It could have been the Ferrothorn, though. Into the next match, Mantine into Poliwrath. This is probably the best lead we could ask for. Mantine hunting down those Poliwraths. In comes a Dugong. He's going to be met by Lucario. Lucario running Thunder Punch. I win the CMP as well. Thunder Punch gets shielded. I don't know why Trainer's shielding this. This is a hard wall. I can respect shields, and I come out with a lot of health. In comes the Icy Wind. I'm going to outpace and win CMP with the next Thunder Punch. This should be picking up the KO. Had a burp there. Whoops. Thunder Punch getting the KO. In comes the Poliwrath. This is not what we like to see. Do I make it to a move? No, I do not. But Mantine will be able to come in and sweep things up. A good chunk of health is missing from Poliwrath. Do I make it? Do I live this Icy Wind? I live it pretty comfortably. In comes a Acid Cradily Trainer. I don't know why you're running Acid. It is slightly worse timing than Bullet Seed, but it gives a lot more coverage to Cradily. But that's not going to help you in this Golisopod match. I can respect shields. I know the scariest thing is this Cradily right now. My Mantine can easily KO the Poliwrath with a Aerial Ace. I'm going to farm up a little extra energy. I need to force him to throw energy into this Golisopod and get the KO. In comes the X-Scissor. Does not pick up the KO, but with the extra Shadow Calls, I might be able to go for a full farm down, but that Rock Tomb will KO me. So I might just full send the Aerial Ace, get up a little extra energy as much as I can. And he swaps in Poliwrath, so now I can just farm up 2-2 moves. In comes the Aerial Ace. This will for sure be picking up the KO. Aerial Ace coming through, picks up the KO. In comes Cradily. He's not out of move. In comes the Aerial Ace. This will be picking up the KO, and that will be GG's. Gotta love to see that. We got, I believe, 2 or 3 more matches. I went 4-1, then 2-2 with this team. Mantine into Jellicent. Safe swap Golisopod. He stayed in. So this is the best I could ask for. No, he does not stay in. He banks energy and swaps out. I gotta hope to win this now. Jellicent up an entire Surf, so we're just not looking good. I have to hope this guy throws straight brines. If he throws a Sludge Wave, we're looking bad. But maybe I can set up a potential farm down with Mantine and really put the pressure on him. Does he let me make this next Aqua Jet? Yes, he does. He blunders. He needs to throw a move. It doesn't matter if you get to double moves. You're pretty low, Trainer. In comes the Aqua Jet. Brine does not KO from this distance. He needs to throw a Sludge Wave. In comes a Brine. It does laughable amounts of damage. He can't even get a farm down. He has to throw even more energy into this Golisopod. I've set up a farm down for my Mantine. That's the win con. The win con is just getting up energy on Lucario. I don't want to win the Jellicent matchup, so he's going to throw a move. Is it the Sludge Wave, though? I'm hoping it's not the Sludge Wave. That would definitely be the lose con if he made it to a Sludge Wave. But in comes the Brine. I'm still in this matchup. In comes the Jellicent. Throw on one. Throw the Aerial Ace. I'll be fighting up this match. Shadow Ball does way more damage than I can muster up. In comes another move. I throw on good timing. Throw the Aerial Ace. He's at 7. In comes the Aerial Ace. I'm getting him low. I'm getting him exactly where I want him. Do I no-shield this? Do I shield it? I no-shield it. In comes the Shadow Ball. I live it. In comes Lucario. Lucario needs to get the farm down. Do I throw a move, though, to prevent the farm down? Or do I just get up energy? What is the win con, Froggy? In comes a Surf! Froggy throws one and the move! In comes Thunder Punch. If he shields it, it would look great. And I know he's weak to Lucario in the backline, so I know to use a shield on this Lucario. Either way, I'm using a shield. I have to win it with Lucario. In comes the Surf. In comes a Cradilly, and we're looking really good. I need to go for a catch. Full send the Shadow Ball. If I can get a catch, we've absolutely won this game. In comes the Shadow Ball. I throw a move, but he throws right away, and we're just not looking good. Do I live this Rock Tomb? Yes, I do! And the acids are absolutely doing nothing, and I make it to another Shadow Ball. Trainer is in disarray because that Jellicent cannot hope to farm down this Lucario. In comes a Force Pump, in comes the KO, and that is GG's. Let's get into the last match of the video. Mantine into Caesar. This is not a good matchup for us. I have to stay in, though. I could swap Golisopod, but these Caesar matchups have been messing me up. In comes the move. I'll no-shield it. I comfortably live one. I want to take a shield before swapping out. In comes the Knife Slash. I comfortably live it. In comes an Aerial Ace, but it is caught by a Jellicent. But this is not terrible for me. 0-0 Jellicent versus Golisopod. That is what we love to see. He goes for a catch. He's up a little bit of energy. Not as much energy as my Mantine. But if I can realign Caesar into the Lucario, that is the win con for me. In comes Aqua Jet. I need to spam these out, but because he took an Aerial Ace worth of damage, this is a losing matchup for him. Do I shield or do I live the bait? Little lag. In comes the Shadow Ball, and that's just not looking good for us. Throw the move before he gets the KO, force him to shield or force him to get up energy on Caesar. I'm hoping that he gets up energy on Caesar, and that's exactly what he's going to do. In comes the Shadow Claw. Caesar comes in comes Lucario. In comes the move. This is where I use shields. Jellicent, the biggest counter to Lucario as of now. In comes the Night Slash. I will be picking up the full farm down. In comes a Ferrothorn. And it looks like I will be going for the full farm down. GG's, trainers. But with that being said, I am FroggyG422. Thank you for listening to the video. Thank you for watching and showing your love and support. I stream every day on Twitch, and I will be focusing more on a black and white Nuzlocke. So if you're interested in that, please check out. But with that being said, I am FroggyG422. Peace out.